Hi folks, we are back at the tourney of Stahleck. This is now top 32, so we are in the cut and we are going to be watching the game between Reinhard from Austria and vonSilas from Finland. And with me again is Sarah. Hello.
Hello.
So Reinhard is playing a Targaryen deck, slightly unusual for him, is it not?
Maybe.
Well, he said that he tested a bunch of decks before Stahleck. Well, did he say that or did I make that up? Well, I saw him testing a bunch anyway online and I played against a few. And this is the deck he settled on, the Targaryen Brotehrhood, which is a superb deck. We'll see some of its tricks, so yeah, get nightmares about Tormund with Queensguard being in play early on and just completely dominating. He gets keywords from the agenda and from his own ability and has almost infinite stand. Well, on the other side we have Lannister Whitebook, which is another interesting deck. We've played against Lannister Whitebook in the last round of the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms event, but it was slightly different than this one. Some of the same tricks. Has some kings and queens for stand on attack, but it's not. It does not play tourney for the king. This one I know that because it was, of course, posted after the tournament. You can see both decks on ThronesDB, so doesn't have that renown rush in the mid to late game.
It has some jumpers. I think it plays Lion Star and of course the Shadow card, Knight of Flowers and Sir Robert Strong, stuff like that.
Yeah, and Sir Robert Strong can actually hit Tormund and characters like Varamir, for instance, which can be crucial in the Targ deck.
Yeah, and I think the nice trick with this Whitebook that I saw is jumping his Cersei mid challenge to get the stand on attack with Lion Star.
So the slight delay is because Leonard Paga went missing, so the round couldn't start. He was almost disqualified, but just made it. Now we are going to start. Yeah, we have not 16 tables in the top 32. I think there's a few players less than that. But it is, yeah, they always ask for quiet at the start, but there's some murmuring happening and then things get loud whenever a table finishes. So it's a nice atmosphere when you get to the castle. This is Saturday evening, and let's see. Yeah, any deck that goes high on shadows has some kind of setup advantage by having so many cards that can be set up for 2, which works out a lot of the time. But of course you do need economy for a deck that plays a lot of shadows and jumpers with ambush.
Yeah, and I think the intimidate and stuff like that is avoided with those shadow cards.
Yeah, so we have Nope Throne. In case you can't see the cards very well, this is the Iron Throne, the one that names a card and then you cannot put it into play.
And the other card is, I think, the Gold Road.
Yes.
Which is the one that you kneel and gain gold in Challenger's phase.
Yeah, 2 cards in Shadows as well.
On Targaryen side there's Dragon Gate and Angui and Varamir. So pretty good start, I think.
And we have the gates into Late Summer Feast.
Yeah, I think Reinhard won the coin toss or the dice roll and chooses Lannister to go first. Which makes sense, there's nothing on the board that you would want to go first to intimidate or anything. And I guess he's searching for Gates of the Moon.
Yeah, guaranteed economy. And we see what the Nope drone does. So if it calls Stormund every round, that's decent enough. It can't call Queen's Guard though, because Queen's Guard can come in through shadows, which is super annoying. I don't know why it needs to have shadows as well. On top of everything, not being terminal, not even being unique. So he didn't use the Nope drone.
No, it can call something in challenges, perhaps. I think there's stuff like Put to the Sword and are there Consuming Flames? I don't think there's Consuming Flames in this deck.
No.
I tried playing it a few times and I did put a copy of Consuming Flames in just because you can.
Yeah, thinking that you are smarter than Reinhard and can improve his deck. It's a little bit arrogant,
No.
but okay.
No, I hate Consuming Flames so much, and it's just allowed to be played even when there's no dragons, so why not?
Yeah, so Western Fiefdom is in play, which means this deck is not going to go full shadows, it's going to play on the board a little bit, and here we have the Corsair with the Queen trait. One of the cheaper ways to enable everyone to stand on attack as well as defense.
Yeah, and there's also probably, is there Tommen in the deck? I think should be. That's
Yeah, I think
a
two
cheap
copies.
option for Lannister. Yeah, and keeps a lot of gold, so you have to be careful for Robert Strong now.
Yeah, he's not going to come from hand, he comes from shadows. And yeah, Varamir is killable. It's quite a hit if that happens to you.
Yeah.
Well, Plus of Pride. Now that allows you to play around Sir Robert Strong a little bit, but
Yeah, when you're first player, you can immediately stand your character, right?
yes, you can.
And you have Angui, which guides around it a bit. He keeps 3 gold.
Yeah, we see Jukan Hagar there in his hand, I think.
Yeah, it's 3 icons, so it's either Draken or Kindlyman.
Okay. So this is basically almost everything he needs. So he has the econ, he has the, well, one of the stand cards, Queen's Guard would be better, and he has the draw now. Search for the key characters every round. So he's set up pretty well, but let's see what happens in this opening round.
My reaction first, huh? I will say
Now thrown first.
Calls me Sunday.
Well, that comes in very easily for Plus of Pride, so that's fair enough, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. +5.
And gives insight, right, to Angui, and he's thinking for Varamir.
Yeah, Varamir is potentially put to the sword threat on his own if he takes one of the strength boosts. But not this round. He's kept one gold, I think.
So he chooses +5 strength on Varamir, I think. And Lannister triggers the location to gain 1 gold, so... He has 7 now, right?
Yes, plenty. Hmm. Well, you can see some of the cards. There is a Burning Bright in there. Was there a Iron Bank would have its duel on top, I think.
Yeah, just the top card is Iron Bank.
So Burning Bright allows
Yeah,
you,
I
of
think
course,
that's
to
all
get
cards.
additional
Nice
characters in the challenger's phase. So that's a good card to get rid of. Now Intrigue is to claim, but there is Late Summer Fist, so it's not so scary. Okay.
That's 1 copy of Kindly Man, I think, and 1 copy of Jacan. Pretty good hit. But I think there's another Jacan actually, or maybe another Kindly Man. I can see there's another with 3 icons in hand.
It's going to stand Ghost. Does he want another trigger? There's no limit, right, on him?
Yeah, Revenge of Stone Intrigue Challenge. And he attacks military with Angui, which forces Lannister to bring something out. It can't be Sir Robert Strong.
So that's the Knight of Flowers.
Or do you have a knight? No, okay. Opposed? I win. Yes. Take 1 card.
He can beat Angui.
Reinhard.
Yeah, giving cards away though for Light Summer Fist. That's it's a good plot. It's well balanced because this downside is really annoying. Basically, you need it to play out your stuff, but then it's a hindrance. And you don't really want to be too active that round. And what's this, Sir? Amory Lorch.
And he's just a knight, so can come in with white swords, although probably have better targets. And he does actually attack into Knight of Flowers again, so he's happy to give out renown in exchange for cards.
Yeah, he's lost 2 challengers with the character that had the insight, which is basically what he wanted. And this is Nightmares played in Dominance on the Hollow Hill to avoid the search, but he did give a few cards away just for the plot. Well, Knight of Flowers has started collecting some power though, so Lannister is actually ahead after the first round.
Yeah, and I think Brotherhood plays Maiden as well, so you have to start a bit slower because first at the gates and then Maiden can be a bit slow, but maybe he's going to keep the Maiden and go for something more impactful.
Okay, so we have March to the Wall into... What is that plot?
I will be first.
I think it's first snow. Right?
Okay. And that does hurt quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, Angry has dupe, so he can stay.
No, I feel clear. Yes, okay. Marshall in face? Yeah.
So I think he's thinking now to if he wants to use the Iron Throne in marshalling.
Thinking or?
I would just call Tormund, I think.
Yeah,
Or maybe
there's
even Jacan.
8 gold, so anything can come in. I mean, you could leave it, since it is the first snow round, to call anything that can be done in challenges, but yeah, may as well call the biggest character that can come in. Of course, this is before the deck was published, so
Yeah.
vonSilas here doesn't know exactly what the characters are.
Is that the correct phrase? Yeah, yes, okay. I know what you mean. So many strange neutral cards.
So what did he call?
6, 7, 8.
Does he call Bronze John Royce or something like that?
So that's a 6 coster, and it's he's not in the deck, as we know now, but it's fair enough to assume that he is, because there are neutral locations and the gates fetches Gates of the Moon immediately, so he would work with that. And instead it's Jacan Hagar, and it's a duped one, so
And
he's had
look,
all 3 copies.
Yeah, you see, there was one discarded and duped comes in anyway.
Yeah. I mean, duped or not, it's bad enough that he comes in, because now
Yeah.
Knight of Flowers will need to be protected, not just on the one challenge. Intrigue Icon's lacking already, but this guy, of course, with Plaza can even threaten to stand due to challenges, and yeah, it's a problem.
And he can't be killed with Robert, so. He carries over 3 gold to the challenger's phase.
Same.
So there could be put to the sword or something like that as well. And if you want to bring in Kindlyman, he's 4 cost, right? To ambush.
Yes. Yeah, a bit low on gold here.
Save 4. I think it's the first. Yeah. This one.
So you can give Jacan stealth if you really want him to win, but right now Intrigue looks pretty easy to win. There could be Menden Moor in shadows, but he's not enough to defend. So goes for insight on Angui again, and
I have no
+5 on Varamir again.
Yeah, that's a common strategy in the early game, to just go for insight every time, get all the cards you can.
Intrigue.
And this needs an immediate answer. Either something needs to come in that beats him on the Intrigue challenge, or...
Another Nightmares.
So that's some power lost, but Knight of Flowers will escape. And there is now gold to do stuff with 2 cards in shadows.
Action before.
Yeah, we see there are some jumper events as well. And Hunt comes in before the claim.
And Baristan actually not too bad. If you play 2 copies of white swords, you need him in the discard pile, or you want him in the discard pile.
Any quick challenge actions? No quick challenge actions. Military both?
This is military with 10 strength and immediately 10 Svaramir.
I remember that mission was loyal.
Yeah, now it's almost not worth bringing him out, Robert Strong, if he's in shadows, because he doesn't kill anything. Of course, he has Missandei for a Plaza of Pride.
Yeah, but
And I will approach this boat.
yeah, he goes for him and he can now defend and win.
Yeah. The Hound Escape doesn't stand, of course, because the faction card is knelt.
Power? No difference. Post. Inside.
And looks
Honestly,
like
even if he did stand, I think he doesn't have renown. He could do military back, but even then, you could technically do intrigue power with Missandei.
so no more tricks for Lannister. Go back to, or we go into the dominance phase. And this time the Hollow Hill will find something. Not many characters actually in those 10 cards, it seems.
Yeah, I can see Dragon Egg and Nightmare.
That's pretty sad. That's Brown Bent Plum. Is yeah, good for setups, but not exactly the card you want. I think there was a Ghost of High Heart there. It's the one that was revealed, I think. Maybe you get a better picture in the final final cut of this video. Yeah, so first now kind of failed. So I guess Lanni will have to try something else because the Targ board is pretty dominant now.
Yeah, I guess Targaryen plays their own first now, even. And what now, does Targaryen give up on Maiden, or is there still time to play it?
Well, he has a 2 claim plot and he has some the Smith or something, so
He has City Besieged.
yeah, if there's nothing better.
Okay.
I mean, for City Besieged, probably you would also want power on the faction card.
Yeah. And
does he play Dohaeris?
I don't think so, he plays Mad King's Command.
Okay. So we have the Maiden, I think, into the
Yes,
Mother.
and the Mother. Interesting, I was thinking he might go for White Swords now and put this Baristan in play. But I guess maybe he's thinking he has to reset first. Then play out his White Sword.
Yeah, and hoping to draw some more cards actually with the Mother. Now he has won initiative this round, right? And let Reinhard go first. Which, I mean, it's dangerous because there is Intimidate built into the deck, of course, with the agenda. He calls the Bronze Johan Royce again.
It's not card that I see very commonly.
Ghost is back.
Did Ghost go back for first now, or was it marched? I think it was marched, right?
It was marched, yes, along with Cersei.
And this is Lady Forlorn, right?
Yes, it's +3.
+1 for each
Mhm.
neutral.
So it's +1 for every neutral location. Not on Angui, who could do 2 challenges. I guess with Plaza of Pride, Varamir could as well.
And High Road, so it's... Varamir is on 7 now.
I'm counting 8.
Yeah,
And he can even get the 3 cost, the 3 or lower strength attachment. Water Dancer Sword. I think there's 1 copy in the deck.
and still 4 gold. He didn't marshal a second character, so nothing for the mother. You know, I played a melee game at Stahleck when I had the mother, and none of my opponents would marshal more than 1 character. And then when one came in the challenges phase, I immediately triggered the mother. It took me half a second, so I was quite proud of myself, but of course still lost the game pretty badly. Okay, and this is the White Sword Tower. Gives +1 to Sir Robert Strong. Does also stop events. You can
There is
only
a
play
few,
1,
though.
yeah. So I don't know, probably the Targ Brotherhood doesn't plan to play more than 1 event in the challenges phase. It would be unlikely, but it is possible to play a Nightmares and a Put to the Sword, for instance.
Yeah, you can play Nightmares on Tower, White Sword Tower, and then put to the sword.
So Varamir gets a power icon this time and stealth, and what does Jacan get?
3 challenge action.
Jaqen, I think, gets Intimidate. I guess trying to go for Intimidate on the weakest icon.
And hits the Nightmares again with Ghost. He didn't actually draw a card for that, right? He should draw one now.
He did.
Did he?
No, I think he did. He took it before, while he was still looking at the other cards.
Okay.
One or no more. Only this.
If I saw correctly, I don't know.
Intrigue with 9. Yes.
This is Intrigue Challenge for 7.
Yeah, trying
Good.
to get the Hound before he can add 6 strength to a challenge, and that's Mandon. But there are cards to discard, and that includes a Citadel Archivist. I think there is 1
Well,
copy, but
that's-
of course he has it.
Yeah, that's awkward for Whitebook, I guess.
Yeah, Baristan is gone. I mean, you got Nightmares back in the deck and stuff like that, but Baristan was there to be played with White Swords.
Then no more action. Defend.
It's a little harsh.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this Brotherhood deck.
You win by
And Man on defense to stop the win by 5.
9.
Not sure if there could be anything.
Well, it also stops the intimidate, right? Gets rid of another nightmares. Jesus.
Military with pulse. Stealth.
So stealth past Sir Robert on the military challenge.
Yeah, and they're strong enough to get the Hound as well easily. Something else would need to come in.
And you can now play put to the sword, right?
11.
If you don't defend with the hound.
3, 4, 7, 11. No, no.
There we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Hound was not enough, right? It would still be 11-6 if he defended, I think. And that's... it's not played on the Hound,
Yeah.
it's played on Sir Robert Strong.
Well, would it be? It's 7 from Varamir and 3. Oh, and plus 2 for Ghost. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, interesting.
Well, that's killed most of the board now, and I think Lanni will have to play the reset, assuming there is something apart from First Snow here. If there isn't, then I think it's game over.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't go for Hound.
They can't. I win. Yes.
Yeah, goes back to hand now,
I have an action.
and have the Hollow Hill. Actually, Reinhard's hand pretty empty now, but yeah, he has this every round. And this time there are characters. Choice of characters, in fact, some good ones there.
I think there's Lady Stoneheart on the top. Right?
Not sure.
Mhm.
He takes Kindly Man.
Yeah.
So Kindly Man is generally useful. Let's say you don't have any support for him. He, on First Snow, of course, he can come into shadows or ambush. So, and he has all the icons, and he is neutral for Brotherhood. But this deck in particular also does other stuff with him. So, as you mentioned, Lady Stoneheart can get Kiss tokens, or other characters can for her. There's Jukan Hagar, so you can put Valar Morghulis tokens on characters. And also there's Tormund in the deck, so he can get tail tokens.
And also you can clear the tokens from Jorah. I think there's also Jorah in the deck. That's quite helpful as well.
Yeah, and
if you have a bunch of them.
if the opponent plays anything random, like a Meadowlark or something, you can
Yeah.
get that as well. So that's City Besieged into Morghulis. You'd never like to see either an Econ plot or a 2-claimer into Morghulis, because it means the pressure will mount, but it is killing most stuff here.
And I think he nerfed what, Gold Mine and No Throne? Is that correct?
Yes, possibly. I can't quite tell. Is that the Gold Road? I think he nailed the Gold Road.
Okay.
So in draw.
And Jacan stays, right?
Yeah, doesn't want the
Yeah.
reducer, wants something better for the gold mine. there is some gold, but the problem is if you play on the board now against the 2-claim plot, stuff gets killed.
Yeah, and if Kindly Man comes in, there's gonna be new Morgulis tokens for Japan as well. So, does he just keep all his gold, or does Reinhard goes first?
No, I think vonSilas went first here, but of course the Lanni shadows that can use the gold. It's not like you're wasting
Yeah,
it
yeah.
around. There is a card in shadows. Could be something playable. But he might
maybe
also
another
just
Knight of Towers.
yeah, he might pass challenges because whatever is played out will surely get killed.
Mm-hmm.
And the reducer will actually reduces Jorah. And detachment comes back, it goes on Kindly Man. He's more standable, I guess, with Plaza of Pride.
Yeah. And you also get the trigger whenever you stand him, so it makes sense.
And now, with the high road there, of course, there is always a threat of put to the sword.
Yeah, but there's no board anyway.
Did he say insight for Kindly Man?
Think so.
Intrigue.
That's intrigued by 6.
Okay, that's harsh.
Oh, that's so harsh. It just gets rid of every nightmare.
Yeah, and the Hound, there is the gold for the Hound, of course.
Mm-hmm.
In case one of the challenges is... well, even just a Jakan Hagar is not enough. The Hound can just defend. Not now. Yeah, and Jorah here. You can... sometimes when there's Jorah you can let him do challenges because you expect him to go away. Now with Kindly Man, as you said, probably he's here to stay. And brings in another Knight of Flowers, actually.
Yeah, defense and stans him.
Yeah, if he was here all the time, he would have some power now. He would avoid getting killed.
Discards a dupe. Doesn't trigger his ability.
Inside.
He could have put a Morgulis token on Knight of Flowers.
Yeah.
But never misses Hollow Kill.
For you, probably a dominance. Yeah.
Looking at what's dead, I suppose.
Okay. Ygritte does not have any wildlings at the moment.
No, and Valamir is dead, so I assume the only other one is Tormund.
I think that was no for the
Yeah.
picture in the mausoleum.
Yeah, so Goldmine, Goldmine needs to be triggered in the standing phase.
It's gold mine.
I know.
It discarded the Lannisport Merchant earlier.
Ah, okay.
So you have to
He stood all the cards when Reinhard was still resolving Hollow Hill.
Okay.
He forgot that this was
Remand. Okay, yes. Okay, thanks.
Ned in dominance.
Sorry.
I assume it makes no difference. I mean, he could have a double trigger, I guess. Yeah. We saw the Smith in there. Reinhard. Not sure if that's the one he chose again. It is. Against White Swords, and now no Baristan, but Bryce Caron did go to the
Yeah.
discard pile with Gold Mine, so that's kind of free draw.
You can go first. Okay.
And does he win initiative with White Swords? I think he does, right? He chooses to go first.
Yeah,
Or no?
I think it's 6-6.
I'm first. You told. Okay. You told us I'm first. Yeah. You have marshalling.
So Reinhard goes first,
I will save
and he's getting what?
John Royce again.
Yeah. Again, 6 coster.
Reinhard had a chuckle the first time this was named, I guess. Always good to hear a card that is not actually in your deck. This is why the Iron Throne, of course, is banned in any event that uses open deck lists. You don't want full knowledge. You have to. There has to be some guesswork, or guess. Some people say it's a skill card, of course. If you know the game, if you know the threats, you can call correctly. But yeah, the Targ Brotherhood, there's no way to tell in advance if you haven't seen the deck whether Bronzy or Royce is in the deck or not. Tormund is in there though, and he is the most annoying card probably in the deck, along with Queensguard, so he comes into play.
Yeah, but yeah, didn't find the Kingsguard yet. Queensguard yet.
Use this.
So which one did he nail?
I think he nailed. Did he nail
I think he nailed the Western Fiefdom?
Yeah, the Fiefdom. Not even the Gold Road. Has one attachment. Not much to work with. Couldn't get the Iron Throne in time, and all the locations are basically worth 1. Could have also left it, I guess, in case something else comes in, although with this deck you're not really expecting a location with a prominent effect to come in now.
Well, it could be.
For 4.
Well, there's the red keep.
Oh, it's Red Keep. I was thinking it could be Lion Star.
Yeah,
Uh,
could have waited
Red
to
Keep
get
is
the red keep.
Annoying, yeah. Annoying, I think, for this. It can cancel Tormund, it can also cancel the stand, right? And it can also cancel the search. I think right now the search isn't that important because everything you want is on the board
I
already.
mean, you just listed 3 things there. You need 3 red keeps for that. It's so much stuff going on that, yeah, you can cancel one thing, but it's good, it's great, but too much stuff going on really for Reinhard here. It's too many threats.
Yeah, but I think there's only 2 plots left, right? I guess Targ has to play personal Mad King's Command next round, and neither is in their favor.
Yeah.
But also not super
Military. Still
damaging.
I will not oppose it.
So he did actually take stealth
Token. 3 token.
on Tormund and stealth past the 2
Opposed.
military icons. Got his token.
You know. Intimidate.
Intimidates Knight of Flowers, and there's nothing in shadows now to stand him.
Yeah. Little bit sad for Lannister when they don't get their stand.
Understand him.
And yeah, Plaza is the one that gets cancelled.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't want Tormund to go crazy right away. Do you have to discard first?
Yes.
So, he discarded the ghost, right? He's dead anyway.
I'm done.
Crisis challenges now, and I think now actually this guy Karen is now stronger than Jacan, so I guess he can win military. If he wants to.
This is any character. Sorry? Only wildling character or any character?
Yes, you should
I can
have
give it
5
to
strength, right?
wildling character, yes.
Yes. And Tormund can only give +2 to wildling, so can't boost him. And goes for military.
Unopposed. Your dominance.
Well, 13 with dominance, and here comes another Hollow Hill. Still Lady Stoneheart there, I think.
Yeah, but there's not that many loyal characters, I suppose, in white books usually. There's 30, but yeah.
Takes a Tormund up, which is fair enough. So if he's forced into playing his own Mad King's Command at some point, then dupes are great cards. And for first snow as well, just don't want any weird surprises. Well, Robert Strong
I
is
think,
dead anyway now, but yeah, just having to suffer military claim. And he does
Plays his
play
own.
I'm first.
first snow into, you win or you die. Still, Lanni doesn't really want to go first.
So he loses Jorah and Kindly Man, but Kindly Man can come back if he wants to. I suppose Lanni can call Kindly Man in March, challenges rather.
And 8 gold on first snow. That's almost rare level gold.
Yeah, those 3 locations or 4 locations are bigger than armor together. Although some of that econ would go away when you play Mad King's Command, but it kinda looks like the last round.
Quoting 10.
Okay, we can't quite tell what that is. Another red keep. And
Yeah, I think it's
that's
a dupe.
Lion Star coming in.
7.
That's going to help a little bit. And the Baristan Semi.
Baristan.
Needs to keep something for the red keep though. Oh, he has
Okay,
the
so-
gold road in challenges anyway.
Yeah, Golden and this is Alchemist Guildhall.
Yes. Okay, 8 gold left. He's got to call put to
Yeah.
the sword. I mean, if he loses military by 5, can't really afford to lose much here.
Renown.
Yeah, he calls Renown on Jacan, so he can win 2 challenges with Jacan and 1 with Tormund.
This Almis cancels a character ability. No shadow. Yeah, with no shadow.
But yeah, now you can cancel Stand and you can cancel Tormund's Renown.
Intrigue. Trigger.
No intrigue icon, but here comes one.
Pose.
Mm.
You win.
It's a post.
Before. We'll bring her with Lions. I don't think she's. Yeah, that's robust strong.
Yeah, no tricks
And
here
she's
for
not
Lannister.
bad.
Just wants to oppose because it's
her out with
soon going to be game over here if he doesn't oppose absolutely every challenge. I think that's the last card from hand, right? So it's not going to suffer any intrigue claim. It is you win or you die anyway.
Only 4.
Only 4, okay.
She said the Radiant Queen. Sadly not tonight.
Yes. I win. Win now.
Yeah, and there are nightmares in hand, I think, for Reinhard, which means he can get rid of that red keep trigger.
And Kindly Man comes back. Yeah, could have called Kindly Man with the throne.
I think it would make sense to just call the one that you know for sure.
Okay, so the red keep is not cancelling anything. Jacan with Renown can stand again. There's what's that, Varamir?
Yeah, I think there was a dead copy anyway. And now with one stealth, they have 12 versus, I guess if they stealth past the biggest one, should be at 6 and 5, or 7 and 5 even, so 12.
Yeah, if Tormund can get Renown, that will just be game
Yeah.
over on the military. But there is still
you
the
can-
guild holder.
Yeah, you can cancel Tormund with Guildhall, I suppose.
Yeah, and quite a lot of defense now on the power challenge. Can't really push that through. So Lannister has kind of now got the board they want, with Mad King's command still to come. But yeah, time also is now running out, so they can finish this round, but then time will be called for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, starting past Barristan. Have to defend this one as well, I think.
Yeah.
Or 14 against.
And then the Knight of Flowers and Barristan are strong enough to defend against Kindly Man on the power challenge. Kind of need to do the 2 claim power back as well.
Griffin Reno and +2.
But
So now, if he lets him trigger, then he just wins.
yeah, doesn't cancel Tormund's Renown, so that's it. Reinhard makes it through to the top 16, and hopefully we can bring you that game next. So thank you for being with us this time.
I don't think you triggered that once in the game.
Yes.
Bye bye.